We're talking to a junior doctor very shortly about the wearing of masks, which is going to be compulsory in shops in England from next Friday, the 24th of July. And I've had a text in from Mark in Rosendale who says, why are people moaning about wearing a mask? I've worn one for weeks based on the information available at the time. Why do people need government advice and leading by the hand for common sense decisions? Thank you very much for that, Mark. So, as I said, it is going to be compulsory in shops in England from next Friday, the 24th of July. Lots of debate, as we've already been hearing, around the decision, with many shoppers already wearing a covering and others, well, just a bit more reluctant. Basha Mukherjee is a junior doctor and current Miss England, and she joins me now. Very good morning to you, Basha.
Good morning.
Good morning. So what have the past few months been like for you?
We've gotten used to it, to be honest. And, in the beginning, it was all very scary and frightening and very uncertain. But, if you're talking about the mask situation, we all hated it as well. But then we got used to it, and now it feels really strange not wearing it.
Yeah, and so as somebody who's obviously been around people who've been very poorly, why do you think people are feeling so reluctant to put a mask on?
There's several reasons. I think part of it is the cost of it, possibly, and maybe another one is, well, what's the evidence of a mask being protective of me? There's plenty of reasons why people would feel that a mask isn't for them, but there are options out there that actually are for people like that, especially in the case of, if you're looking for something reusable, something that you don't have to, break the bank, and you can actually wash and rewear. There are options like that, and equally there are options that, for example, I'll be talking about a brand I'm working with, Elle. They are producing reusable masks, rewashable masks. And equally, they've got a novel technology, which is a British-owned brand. It's completely new technology that's only been provided by this brand, where the actual fabric that the mask is made of actually stops the virus from growing any further and actually destroys the virus itself. This has been done by some Swedish scientists, and it's something, at least some sort of, protection, and, people can feel a little bit more secure with wearing something like this. So they do feel that actually they're not just wearing a mask just for the sake of it, but actually it is protecting them from the virus.
Do you think, Basha, that some of the reluctance is around the fact that the government was unclear at first and then has obviously done a U-turn now on the wearing of masks, and people kind of feel, well, maybe we should have been wearing them from the word go?
Well, I'd like to just say that I think the government has, their reasons, but I think it's a very good reason why they did it the way they did it. In the beginning, we didn't have enough production of these masks, and we had to reserve PPE mainly for frontline staff who had to be at work, who had to be going out and leaving their homes. And this is why the lockdown measures were best at that time, because, then we could actually filter the resources for those that needed it most. And now that it's a case of actually the numbers are going down all across the world and equal in the UK, and now we're trying to build our economy back, support our economy, open up shops and businesses, and trying to do this. And now we can't maintain those social distancing rules as strongly as we were able to when the streets were a little emptier. Now is the perfect time to start having masks out there. And now that we've had enough time to produce enough masks and have British-owned brands like Elle produce more and more masks, so we have enough, so we don't have to import them from other countries. Because I have to say, it's very expensive to buy these off other countries that do the productions of these. So now we're actually making them in-house in the country. This will all be fueling our economy, and also we've got enough production to support the population as a whole and support everybody being outside and in shops now. So I think now is a perfect time to have the masks.
So just then, as a final thought, what would you say as a junior doctor to anybody who is thinking, actually, don't make me do this, I don't want to do it? What would you say is the most important thing to carry in your head when you're thinking about putting it on?
Not very long ago, we thought we'd never get to this point of where we'd be able to, enjoy going to shops, going to pubs again. We thought genuinely that the lockdown would last forever, given the high numbers of deaths we were seeing across the country. Okay, we must appreciate how far we've come and how hard the NHS has worked to bring this reality. And a mask is a very small price, and you really do get used to it after a while. It's just like wearing clothes. It's just like wearing a new fashion. And there are so many fashionable brands, eco brands like Elle that you can choose from. This is the new normal, and this is the best we can do at the moment. So let's take this in true British spirit of keep calm and carry on.
Love it. Basha, thank you so much for talking to us this morning. I, for one, will be wearing my mask. I have been wearing it to the shop.